Hello, folks. Um, I want to make this video as short as I can, um, and yet get you the information that I had a challenge getting. Before I begin the video, I want to make a disclosure that I am not responsible in any means for your reloading. This is just something I wanted to share with you, something that I discovered, and I wanted to be able to help you, especially if you were running into walls like I was, on what wads to use for the 20 gauge Zveroboy, fragmented, segmented, whatever you want to call it, slugs. I could not find any information online what to use. Now, I am also going to leave my email in the description below. If you have any questions, you can leave comments. Please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe, because I may do a full video on this, on what I had came up with that works for me. But what this video is for, especially, is what wads do I use for these. And this is what I have came up with. I went to Ballistic Products and I discovered that the Brush Wad 20, or BW20, whatever part number they use, works for these slugs. And I'm going to explain how I do it. So, how do you get your setup like this? I take a BW20 brush wad, and as you can see, there is a dimple with some lettering on one end. There is a number on the other end. We're going to end up using that dimple in the center as our pilot hole for the number 4 3/4 inch long wood screw. Now you can use whatever length you want to use. You don't want to go too long, because you don't want to end up puncturing the bottom section of this wad, because then you're gonna ruin your gas seal that the bottom of this wad provides. So what we do to get this wad to this length is right below the clear part of our wad. You can see kind of a thicker white part right here. You want to cut just above that. You don't want the top of your wad to be too thin. So you want to create it a little bit thick, but you need it flat enough, because on these slugs, you can see you got your bottom ring here, but below that there's a little kind of a cup on the bottom of it, and that needs to sit flat on top of this wad. So I used to use a box cutter, but it was just kind of a pain to try to cut around, keep this even. So what I have is I have a Harbor Freight. It's just a 2-inch cut-off saw. The jig I have on here that works perfect for these, I got off eBay. I have one for my 12 gauge slugs, and I have one for my 20 gauge for cutting the hull and cutting down the wad. So again, I'm going to probably do a full length video on this, but in the meantime, just check that email out. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I want to help you, because I searched and searched. I checked forums. I never really got a straight answer. I do know the company that sells these molds does sell the wad, but the website is just kind of hard to navigate, hard to understand. You want to make sure you know, you're ordering them right. It was difficult. So I found that taking just a standard brush wad from BPI, I think Reloaders Network may sell the wads for these, but it was just easier for me to order in some of these brush wads, cut them off, keep them thick enough. You don't want to, there was a couple I got kind of thin. I don't know. I probably could use that, but I just wanted a little bit of meat on the bone. I did load up 3 of these, test fired them. They did well. I did not do a distance check or chrono anything yet, but I just wanted to make sure they'd safely fire. So I'm going to wrap this up, folks. It's getting more lengthy than I wanted it to, but they do work. This is a full slug I made. I did use an overshot card. The 3 that I test fired, I did not use an overshot card, but I figured these could keep the dirt out and any other junk that might get in there. So I marked it for Z for Zveroboy. But they do work, and once I do a shot video where I'm trying to get distance like 50 yards or something like that, I'll put together a video for you folks. Please subscribe, please thumbs up, please leave your comments, and please email with those questions. God bless America, and God bless the Republic. Take care.